Hello, everyone. It's Art Russell here at Think Twice on YouTube and thinktwice.me at wordpress.com. In today's video, I'm going to share some information about enlightenment and how that relates to my personal history. Now, this is something that people who relate spiritual information are often reluctant to do, but I'm hoping that it will help you recognize a deeper dimension of self beyond your name and form, and also to understand that I'm not trying to get you to adopt a certain belief system in any way or follow my example. I'm just trying to point to information that may help you recognize a deeper dimension of self. So let's get right to the backstory. I've always had a deep interest in our nature, and that really deepened with the sudden passing of my father when I was 16 and he was 54. Within 3 days, his body mind passed, and that led to writing poetry about a year later and continuing to read books about who we are and that kind of thing. At the time, I was also interested in a lot of books about the law of attraction. And I didn't realize at the time that they were also relating a deeper nature of self beyond the body mind. I just interpreted it to the level of my understanding at the time, and I thought it was how a person could get better life situations and succeed. That is the case, but there is a deeper secret to all of that. So I read a lot of books over the years, more than 100 about the law of attraction, and many books about our spiritual nature. So we can fast forward to 2006. At the time, I experienced a very sudden divorce from a 20-year marriage, and as you can imagine, that led to a lot of suffering. That suffering led me to books such as Rhonda Byrne's The Secret in early 2007, and that helped me, as I mentioned, believe that I can improve the life circumstances of art. And I also found another book entitled The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, which was really an important book. That led me to buying other books, and my life would fluctuate between reading books about a spiritual nature, and I was keeping that separate, and then books about the law of attraction, where I was thinking I want to improve the quality of this guy called Art, his life. And the usual way at that time was thinking you're going to find another partner, somehow replace what you felt you'd lost to have a happy life. Now, during that time, as a way of coping, I was also meditating. Now, this is something I've had a long practice of, but this became even more important. I had my regular 20 minutes each and every day, whether I was working or on a day off, of meditation every day. And again, that is played a key role in enlightenment occurring. We can fast forward from those years to 2017. I had a strange occurrence that surprised me, and I didn't know what it was at the time. I wakened one morning here, I was on a day off, and instead of my perspective as feeling as though I was located somewhere here or behind the chest, the perspective felt like it was out of the body, being the witness, watching the body as it went through its actions, making a meal or driving my car, those kind of things. And it felt very odd, but it wasn't unsettling or it wasn't disturbing. In fact, it was very peaceful. So I went to bed that night and I was really hopeful that that would remain the same in the morning, but it didn't. I was back to the perspective of feeling very much like Art, very much embodied as Art in the body. And then we can go ahead to 2018. That perspective arose again in November of 2018, and it lasted this time for a month. And again, I didn't really know what this was. During those years, too, I had also been watching videos by Rupert Spira, Eckhart Tolle, Verit Muji, but I would pull away from those videos at times, too, because I thought, I just don't get it. I don't understand what they're talking about. In March of 2019, I retired from my work as a paramedic. And a few months later, a couple of things happened. I met a friend and it led to a lot of discussions about our spiritual nature, continuing reading books together. And also, I was inspired to start writing a book entitled This Taste of Flesh and Bones. And I have actually published that book in 2020. The book came to me in a period of 3 months in 2019, pretty well every day writing. And I found myself publishing it in 2020. So I just wanted you to know that this is not something where I'm pretending to be a certain way. A deeper dimension of self arose in me through grace, that we see a deeper nature of truth. Now, that also changes the way we process reality. Of course, from the perspective of the person, if we believe we're the person, we believe that we're the doer. And this is not the case. With a deeper recognition, we realize that our essential nature is consciousness. Some would also call that by holy names, God or Allah or various holy names. In science, it might be termed the unified field. Rupert Spira would say that we informally use it all the time. We say, I am. That's what we are. We're eternal. I am. Consciousness. With all of this, all these appearances, all these actions taking place in consciousness. So I'm going to read a short passage from a book called Who Am I?, which is one of the spiritual books on my journey. And a seeker asks Sri Ramana Maharshi this question. He had recognized the truth of his being suddenly when he was 16. Here's the question. Is there no difference between waking and dream? Waking state would be what most people term reality, where they think they're the doers. Dream state, we all know, at nighttime where you have dreams that can be bizarre and all over the place, that kind of thing. He replies, waking is long and dream short. Other than this, there is no difference. Just as waking happenings seem real while awake, so do those in a dream while dreaming. This is all occurring in consciousness, known by consciousness. Forms are made of consciousness. If you found this video useful or of service to you in some way, I invite you to subscribe to my channel or perhaps click a like. And there's also more information, as I mentioned, through my book entitled This Taste of Flesh and Bones. It's available through Amazon. Bye for now. We'll talk again soon.